Okay, so I have the brand new number 133, the long-haired looks by Truly Me. That's what these dolls are called. I ran to the American Girl store the second that I saw that they were available. Last night, for some reason, they were released. I, to be honest, in my last video was hinting at the fact that there were some hair-related things coming, and these were the dolls that I was talking about. A lot of you guys thought that I was talking about Totally Hair Barbie, and that, as of right now, is not something that is even being considered from my understanding, so do not get your hopes up for a Totally Hair Barbie in the future. Yeah, American Girl as of right now has no intentions of making that doll from my understanding. However, these dolls, I was told originally were going to be released on July 30th. That is why I thought that they were having the private event, because again, I was told that that was the information that I was given. However, I think that American Girl has actually switched up a lot of their release dates, because some of the things that I actually anticipated already releasing have yet to be released. There's one more drop that I'm kind of confused as to why they haven't released it yet, and I feel like they switched out that release for this release and kind of switched the dates on me. So I don't know. It's still happening, obviously, but I feel like the release dates have been changed around for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't work at American Girl. All I know is that there is definitely a doll that is missing from releases that needs to be released, because you guys are all in my DMs asking me if it's one specific doll, and the answer is yes, but I can't obviously say that yet until she's released. But moral of the story is that there's more dolls coming. I don't know why American Girl changed a lot of their release dates. Maybe they're catching on to the fact that I know. Who knows? I don't want to be that pretentious and think that American Girl is monitoring me like that, but also people have been sued for knowing American Girl leaks. So yeah. Does everyone remember AG Update News? I feel like we all forgot she existed. Remember when American Girl sent her a cease and desist? Or am I just making that up? No, I'm pretty sure that actually happened. Anyway, moral of the story, this is number 133, the long-haired looks by Truly Me. She is the Joss mold. This is what the front of the box looks like. She's got long, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hair. Her hair is wavy, and she comes with a bunch of accessories. Short story time. I actually was at the American Girl store in New York today, and these dolls are priced at $175 online. However, when I was in store, I actually saw a display that said that these dolls were $160, and a bunch of stuff on American Girl last night actually went up in price. So I feel like the price of these was originally going to be $160, and they still had that price tag on display at the store. And I actually looked at one of the associates and said, hey, you know, these dolls are labeled at $160, and before I knew it, they actually were price adjusting the dolls for me. So I actually got all three dolls for their original price before they went up, and so I got these dolls for $160. So I am very grateful to the American Girl employees that did that for me. You guys didn't have to do that, but that was really sweet, and they thanked me for even catching it, because that would have obviously caused a lot of problems, especially between stores. All the extensions and pieces that come with her are not a part of her hair. She just has regular schmegular blonde hair. There are no colorful pieces in it, but she does come with 50 plus accessories. To be honest, this is kind of redundant to me. You can buy all of these accessories at the dollar store, at the beauty supply store, in bulk for literally $5. The only thing here that truly American Girl would have to manufacture themselves is the cute little American Girl curling iron. But other than that, if you wanted to know how to style your American Girl doll's hair, there are people that literally have been doing that for years. And also the extensions and the little hair pieces and all of those little accessories, you can literally buy on Amazon, at the dollar store, all of that. So this doll, truly, you're just paying for the length of her hair and the, different meat outfit that she has. But yeah. I did go through a bunch of these girlies in store, and I was actually surprised by how many Joss molds are kind of defected now. They're not giving iguana eyes. They're more so just giving, they look a little cross-eyed, kind of like the Sonali mold now, where their eyes are a little bit too close together, where they just look a little crazy. But yeah, enough about that. If you're ordering it online, I am hoping that yours comes out beautiful, because I was very grateful enough to be in store to pick mine out. So I'm hoping and praying for you that your doll comes out great. But yeah, for the price tag, I was not going to gamble buying these online, and I want to make sure I got this video out for you guys as soon as possible, because I know you guys want to see what the details are of these dolls. So without further ado, let us get started. I just moved the mic closer in, so if it sounds a little more intense, that's because I moved my mic closer to me. Hopefully you guys can hear a lot better. But yeah, here is the packaging for her. She actually comes with an American Girl box, and there's a little pull down here, so that way you actually get all of her little accessories. So yeah, for me, I like this. I feel like you're basically getting your own little American Girl package with it. But this is really cute that all the accessories come in here, but that is the way that they come. It literally says Long Hair Looks by Truly Me, and it is just an American Girl box. So, and it also has the little plastic cover in the front, so you just want to pull on that down to open it. But we will get into the accessories in 2 seconds. I want to get this doll out of here so that way I can see what the fuss is about. So I'm going to go in with my scissors and just cut at her wherever I see fit so that way she is free from this box. Is there? Yeah. There's also one around her torso, so cut that. And then she does have one around her neck. I did go through a bunch of Joss molds to find one that I liked, and then I finally found one. Now, this meat outfit, let's take a look at it before I start to take out her wig. The meat outfit is so adorable. It is colorful. It is lime green, bright pink, and 2 different shades of purple. And it's like a whole little like turtleneck moment. And then the skirt is a faux leather. And then the zipper actually does zip. There's no Velcro anywhere. But this is so cute. I'm sorry. This is so adorable in my opinion. So girly. If you're not a fan of girly things, this is definitely not going to be a hit for you. But for me, as someone that really, really is a full-on girly girl, this is everything. The pockets are just little flaps. They're fake. But the skirt is very thin, but it is that faux material. These are the shoes. They're kind of like little Doc Martens. Maybe that's, you know, a wrong way to describe them, but very cute. There's Velcro on the back and they are platformed ever so slightly and they're purple. They are like this lavender color. Very cute. Now I am going to take out her hair net. I'm just going to grab around and let's see what kind of hair you are working with, Queen. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. So she's going to have a lot of shed. I don't know if you can see that, but I literally, as I was taking off the wig cap, I was like, yep, there's going to be a lot of shedding going on. The wig is thin. I want you guys to know that right here, right now. For Miss Blonde Girly, with a lot of the blonde girls, they always have thinner wigs compared to everyone else, but you can literally see through her wig cap. Obviously, they are giving these dolls really thin wigs because there's a lot of like long hair that they have to like incorporate. And the wig is very, very, very dry at the ends, in my opinion. The ends are very dry. I was fully expecting this. I don't think that I'm like that mad at it. I feel like for me, I, you know, kind of knew what I was getting when I got this doll. And she is a cutie patootie. I will say this, that the curls are neither here nor there, because if you're going to style this doll's hair with braids, with like little like, you know, ponytails and all that, the curls will start to get pulled out and start to get damaged and they will start to lose their bounce. So for me, I have kind of just accepted the fact that this, you know, curl type is kind of redundant in my opinion. The only place that I feel like would keep the curl is the ends, because for this amount of hair, this is a lot. I mean, like, this is a lot even for me as a stylist. It's a lot of like length more than it is thickness. And so, you know, she's not top heavy whatsoever, which I'm grateful for, but you can tell that the wig is thin and you can see through it. Will that bother me? Not really, just because I knew what I was getting into when these dolls were coming out. But yeah, she's a cutie patootie. Again, the main thing is that you really, if you are doing hairstyles on these dolls, you will be able to see through their wig cap. Just lifting it, literally all of that is the small little hairs that American Girl is well known for now at this point. So I'm not surprised, but it is, I feel like kind of like, with having a doll with such long hair, you don't want them to be like top heavy. So I felt like they were going to have thin wigs regardless, because if they had more hair on their head, they would start to topple over, especially since the density of her hair is longer than a regular American Girl doll. But yeah, I can see myself doing some cute little pigtails on this doll. I mean, she's giving, you know, pigtails. I can see myself doing some like ponytail stuff with her. The problem with this doll is just the fact that you're going to see her wig cap, and that's going to be fairly annoying. Her hair does go to like her knees, like behind her knees. And yeah, that is pretty much Miss Joss Mold here. Now it's time to open up the accessories. So like I said before, they come in this little box. And I've already kind of started the process of opening this, but we are just going to see what this comes with. And the very first thing that this comes with, once you unwrap, is a American Girl guide for hairstyles. Now, this is cute. I mean, if you're not the most creative person with hair, this is definitely a helpful guide. It is basically an entire like little pamphlet thing going on where there's hairstyles on the back and in the front. There are hairstyle helpers. It comes in, I'm pretty sure, I don't know what language this is. Is this French? What language is that, you guys? Someone with a brain, please tell me what language that is. But yeah, there is a basic braid, basic half-up buns. So there are some hairstyles. There is the basic braid right there. Has a little guide right there. Basic braid. There is the buns level up. They are basically just two little buns. Cute. There is a bubble braid right there on the back with instructions. And then last but not least, we have the flip tail level up, which I feel like everyone kind of knows that one. Yeah. Bubble braid level up, basic braid. Yeah, bubble braids. Am I missing one? So basically it does basic hairstyles, and then it gives you like a level up if you want to add a little bit more of some advanced skills to the hairstyle, which is cute. I like this. You know, as a child, I would have enjoyed this because I did like styling my doll's hair when I was a kid. Now here are all the accessories and little hair pieces. Let's just get into it because we got a lot of hair to work through. Now, when I saw these in person at the store, I was kind of like, ugh, I can already tell that the hair is going to be different quality. And for me, yeah, it feels like a much, it just feels dry. It just feels so dry. You can kind of tell it's kind of that like weird, like, this doesn't feel like American Girl hair. It feels even more hoarse, and it feels more like coarse and kind of like textured in a way. Yeah, you can just kind of tell that it's kind of like that kind of hair that really does, what is the word? Tangle easily. And I don't like that. And also I am not the biggest fans of these clips because with kids, you are definitely going to like sink this into your doll's wig and it will absolutely rip something out. So be careful with these. They are very firm, so that's very promising, but it is literally just one track on a hairpiece. And this is the pink one. Then we have another one. This is a baby pink one. And again, the hair on these, I can already tell is not the best quality. If they are American Girl hair, like the same material as American Girl hair, I would be fairly surprised because they feel very different to me. This just feels so synthetic, like just so unbelievable, which I know American Girl dolls are made with like a synthetic connect-along hair, but still, this just feels very dry to me, like extremely dry to me. Like kind of like the Claire's hair pieces you would get. Very much getting that. This over time, I would feel like would absolutely dry up on you. So yeah, there's that. We get a bunch of little hair clips, which is like cute. And again, these are for kids. I'm aware. I'm fully aware that these are for kids. But some of the stuff can be priced at better at the Dollar General, at, you know, the dollar store, at a beauty supply store. But those are all the little hair clips. There is a green one, a pink one, and there is no way for me to show you this without dropping them. But yeah, that is what they all look like. We have some hair pom-pom pieces. This is really adorable. I feel like with some buns, this would look really cute, but it's basically just like a little like purple circle and scrunchie. Very cute. I actually would use this on one of my dolls that is very like Y2K. Very cute. And then you also do get one in pink. So that's adorable. I mean, look at this. It's pink. It's adorable. Look how cute that is. Look how cute that is. It's pink. Okay. Then we also have some clips. These are 2 bow clips like that. And they are this type of metal back here that just grips onto the doll's heads. Again, I wish that they used a different material like a plastic on this, because this will definitely rip out your doll's wig if you are too aggressive with it. And that's not me trying to be, you know, judgmental about their choice with that, but that's what I've seen happen. With these dolls, I'm pretty sure they all come with topsy tails, but this one is a green one. And I actually love this tool. I think that it is a very useful tool for basket weaves, for pulling pieces of hair into a braid. Very adorable. I have a million of these. And then we do have some hair elastics. I'm not going to take that out because they're kind of self-explanatory. They're rubber bands. We have more clips. So many clips. Which again, obviously I know that American Girl is trying to inspire hair play. And provide you with the tools to do that. So yay for them for that. But if you want to get more of these hair clips, just go on www.amazon.com and buy an entire pack of that. Or go to Walmart, Dollar General. There's an entire like bulk you can buy these in. We do get some, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there are basically just some pearls right there, some gemstones. And they are the kind that have the Velcro behind them. Yeah, so that is cute. There are a lot of them here. To be honest, if I were to braid her hair, I probably would use these. But these, getting them out, you have to like slide them out and not like release them and like pull at them. You have to like slide them out of the hair. And with how much hair she has, I would be worried at pulling too much hair out of her head. But yeah, those are the little gems. And then finally, last but not least, is the faux curling iron, which I guess is my favorite part, but little curling wand over here. I'm going to put everything back in here because to be honest, you guys will probably not be using any of this, which again, I know I'm not their demographic, I'm not their target audience, but I know for a fact that if you were to buy this for a child, they would have an absolute blast. As a kid, these are the dolls that I would have wanted for sure. For sure. This doll would have absolutely sent me over the edge. The amount of hair. I definitely feel like, you know, a lot of kids will be cutting the doll's hair, but that's neither here nor there. That's just a very rough estimate of what I see happening in the near future with a lot of these dolls. I feel like we are going to get a mass wave of Mercari and eBay listings that have these dolls with cut hair because kids love to cut hair for some reason. I was one of those kids, so I definitely foresee it happening with these dolls. But yeah, this is the little curling iron. There's a little clamp. There's a little thing here so that way she can actually hold it. And yeah, that is what that looks like. So if you wanted to, you know, sit here and do a whole playing pretend thing, you could just grab a piece. Look at me, I'm playing like a child. And just basically like, you know, oh my God, look, her hair is so beach waved and just so, yeah, it's pulling out her hair. Anyway, that is the hot iron. Plastic, clamps, very cute. Overall, you guys, I love her. Do I think that she is worth $175? No. I do wish that American Girl would have kept the price tag at $160, but I do know that obviously a lot of stuff is being raised in price for American Girl. But yeah, this was definitely something that I'm like, ugh, I wish it wasn't so unbelievably expensive because I feel like this is definitely a doll that is going to be rare to see because she is so expensive. The good thing about her is the fact that she's got a lot of hair for you to work with, and she does come with a lot of hair accessories. And honestly, I will say this, that if you are a parent looking to buy this for your child will have an absolute ball with this doll for sure. I'm kind of debating like what I should do with her hair because there's just so much to work with now, and whenever I get dolls like this I just immediately want to put them in braids and stuff like that. But for her, I feel like I'm gonna do pigtails, like high pigtails or low pigtails, whatever I end up doing. But yeah, I do think she's a cutie patootie. I do wish she was obviously a lower price, so that way more people would be able to get her. But yeah, that is Miss number 133. All right, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name is Chris. You guys follow me on my Instagram, which is @thedollstudio by Chris. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel, like this video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this girly over here. Follow me on TikTok, which is Chris American Girl, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.